Hey guys, Tito Jamie here. Welcome back to the channel where we take awesome out of the box. No doubt you've already heard about this phone. This is the ROG Phone 3. Now, MKBHD called this the Spec King and others have called this the fastest phone of 2020. Pero medyo na-delay siya sa pagdating dito sa atin, at least at an official capacity, well, because of COVID reasons. Well, whatever the reason may be, it's here. It's finally time to unbox what is probably the best gaming phone of 2020. But before that, I just want to remind you to sub to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our content. Also, follow us on Instagram where we hold our monthly giveaways. With that out of the way, let's go. Okay, so first things first, kids, let's talk about the packaging. Asus has always done a great job with the box of the ROG phone. It has a triangular shape and usually, tinatago ko yung mga box na gamit ko for warranty reasons. Pero yung sa ROG phone is something na pwedeng ilagay sa mga shelves, part as a flex, part as a collection kasi ang badass niyang tignan. Inside the box, you have the ROG Phone 3 itself. No other colorways needed for this phone, but we are getting the full package in terms of configuration with 16GB of RAM and 512GB of storage. Now, share ko lang guys, that's actually more RAM and more storage than what I have on my MacBook Pro. Anyway, you also have the Aero Active Cooler na kasama naman usually out of the box for ROG phones, pero may slight difference siya sa version na to which I will touch on later. You have an included case with geometric patterns that will dodge the ROG logo and camera bump. Inside the smaller cardboard box, you have a sheet of ROG stickers for an added flex maybe. And of course, yung SIM ejector pin na sobrang ganda din ng itsura pero itatago ko to kasi for sure mawawala ko siya. Now, this is a marketing sample from Asus Philippines, so wala siyang kasamang warranty card and user guide, pero for sure, if bibili kayo ng ROG Phone 3, it will be included. Aside from that, you have the 30-watt charging brick, USB-C to 3.5mm adapter, the USB-C cable, and these little rubber things. Hindi ko matandaan yung tamang tawag sa kanila, but they're used to cover the ports of the phone. Okay guys, unboxing done. Let's take a closer look at the ROG Phone 3. Now, before I forget, the first time you boot up the phone, there will be a notice and this will let you know how to or how not to use the USB-C ports on the left side or the bottom of the phone when you use it in landscape mode. Now, please remember this. It's important. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung mangyayari kung mali yung paggamit nyo and hindi ko rin susubukan sa video na to. May warning sila, so it's there for a reason. Anyway, let's talk about the exterior of the phone. Of course, yung build quality ng phone na to is top-notch and it feels very premium. It has a glass back and metal frame, so for the money that you're expected to pay for the ROG Phone 3, wala akong reklamo, and for the reviews that I've seen online, they haven't said anything negative about it either. As far as the design, they held back a little bit this year. Syempre, may gamer aesthetics pa rin siya, and it's pretty hard to miss the ROG logo na may pa-RGB, but it's toned down compared to other versions of this device. But if that isn't enough RGB for you, you can also get the lightning case for the ROG Phone 3, and very similar siya sa dot matrix LED ng Zephyrus G14. Unfortunately, di pwedeng i-customize yung pattern ng LED. The customization is limited to the color, which is understandable. They also removed the copper exhaust port on this one, pero meron pa rin naman siya, mas stealthy lang tignan, and they also added a transparent portion on the back that shows off their aerodynamic system, and this is something that I really appreciate. Anyway, kung gusto nyo makita yung difference between the ROG Phone 2 and ROG Phone 3, Gian Viterbo of GadgetPilipinas has a video on his channel. I'll make sure to link it somewhere on screen or maybe down below. For ergonomics, it has all the right curves, but it feels a little too big even for me. This is definitely a phone that you will have to use with two hands. And since nasa bahay lang tayo, hindi ko pa siya nasusubukan na ilagay sa pants pocket ko. Pero feeling ko this is a device that you'll want to put in a sling bag most of the time. For the button and port layout, you have the USB-C port on the bottom that's towards the left side of the phone. On the right side, you have the usual power button and volume rocker, pero nandito din yung mga air trigger ng ROG phone. Now, I don't remember if this is the same as the 2, pero may texture sila ngayon para mas madali silang gamitin. And lastly, on the left, you have access to the SIM tray and the ports to be able to use accessories like the Aero Active Cooler. By the way, may backwards compatibility din siya sa mga accessories ng ROG Phone 2, but not for all. So Asus gave us this list as a reference to show you guys. So if you're planning to get this new version and you have the old add-ons, make sure you check first. In front, you have a 6.59-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display, and you guys know I like my AMOLED panels, but this might be the most color-accurate display on a smartphone I've experienced so far, at least according to the spec sheet from ASUS, pero mukhang totoo naman. And so you have an idea of its color gamut coverage and its other specs. I'll list them down on screen. Feel free to pause here because it is quite long. So all of that makes for an awesome experience when you're watching videos or playing games, but in terms of audio, you have two front-firing speakers, kaya medyo mas traditional pa rin yung itsura ng ROG Phone 3, but I think the compromise is worth it because it does sound really good. Give a listen. So of course, you also have a higher touch sampling rate when it comes to the display of the ROG Phone 3. So for games that requires a lot of reflexes, such as first-person shooters or maybe a battle royale, that should give you a bit of an advantage. Okay, so finally, it's time to talk about the internals, and na-mention ko na yung RAM at saka yung storage kanina, but of course, you are getting the very best hardware available in the ROG Phone 3, which is why some people call it the Spec King. You have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus, so 5G ready na rin yung phone na to. And for the sake of repeating, it has 16GB of RAM and 512GB of UFS 3.1 storage. Yung clock speed ng SoC dito is 3.1 GHz, so you can definitely play the heaviest titles on the ROG Phone 3, and it will be a really smooth experience. Of course, there's also the Aero-active cooler that comes inside the box to keep temps down, but more for cooling, gagamitin ko siya dahil sa mga ports niya, which is USB-C for charging and a 3.5mm jack for your headphones. And as I mentioned earlier, the Aero-active cooler this year has a bit of a change to it, or at least may addition siyang bago, which is a kickstand. I don't think this was done for gaming purposes unless naka-controller ka. I think this is going to be used more for when you want to take a break, since sa mga past version, you either have to place it on the table, tapos mo choke yung fan, or screen side down, which isn't really a good idea. Of course, there are also the air triggers that you can map to different buttons depending on the game you're playing. And I'm not gonna lie, my adjustment period siya, but I do see the benefits of having air triggers, especially sa Call of Duty and PUBG. Anyway, for the battery, you have a capacity of 6,000 mAh, and I have a feeling for me, baka abutin to ng mga 3 araw since hindi naman ako hardcore gamer. We'll see how long this battery will last in our full review. But you do at least have a 30-watt charger out of the box, so you should be able to top this up. Maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Again, we'll have to see in our full review. Now, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about are the cameras for the ROG Phone 3. Usually, ito yung weakness ng phone na to. But anyway, here's the setup. You have a 64-megapixel main shooter, a 13-megapixel ultra-wide, and a macro lens. And for taking selfies, you have a 24-megapixel front camera. Now, unfortunately, wala pa akong sample photos as of making this video because MECQ and rain, but I think this will produce decent photos, but I wouldn't expect them to output like other flagships that might be geared more towards general users. Now, as for the price, unfortunately, I don't have it either. It will be revealed by ASUS Philippines on August 15 when they launch the ROG Phone 3 officially in the Philippines. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. Hindi pa siya comprehensive. Remember, this is just the unboxing video that will come with a full review, so make sure you check our website and the channel in the next coming days to see what the final verdict is for the ASUS ROG Phone 3. Now, of course, it will all depend on number 1, how much it will cost, number 2, if it is within your budget, and number 3, if you can actually maximize all of the features of the ASUS ROG Phone 3. And there you go, guys. Thank you so much for dropping by and spending a few minutes with me. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, sub to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our content. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. For all the latest tech news and gadget reviews, head to unbox.ph+. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. My name is Jamie. Peace. God bless. I'll see you guys next time, and stay safe.